Pack Fridays. See the ticket booth for more information. The National Basketball Association and the Indiana Pacers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to the rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member.
And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. B out there with Edwards, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. And for the Pacers, Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. Greg, we know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. And this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Here's Nembhard. Outside Mathurin. Back to Nembhard. No good on the triple. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against New Orleans.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
And give credit to Gobert there. Excellent pass to an open teammate.
Pass to Mathurin. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota with the ball. Here's B. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Gobert with a screen on Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. And here's Towns. And it's off from three-point range. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. You can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Halliburton. After the miss from B, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Boy, the strength that Turner has added to his body on display there. Stayed composed and got it up and down through the contact.
Last season, Miles Turner became the Pacers' all-time leader in block shots.
That's a pretty impressive feat when you consider some of the Pacers who've played there historically. Jermaine O'Neal, Rick Smits, Roy Hibbert. Come on now. Great work by Miles Turner. So we need to give him his flowers now, and I think he's going to continue to add to that shot block total.
That free throw, good from Turner. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. Halliburton, such a special player, and his rush hour handles round out his game.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Shields missed inside. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Now, Siakam. After the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. And Halliburton with the basket on the assist by Siakam. Halliburton's got his second bucket of the night. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
For your Indiana Pacers, everyone. Let's get excited.
Most of the season completed, a good picture developing as to the top rookies in the league. So let's take a look now at the race for Rookie of the Year. Well, you look at B all season long. He has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
The way he has sustained his level of play for the entire season, that's what's most impressive, the consistency of his performance. He hasn't had the major ups and downs that so many rookies go through.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
The Timberwolves trail. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. B hits the bucket. B's got 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Turner kicks to Halliburton. A 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Three-pointer. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Minnesota in the lead. Here's B. He has 6. Outside Edwards. A three-pointer is right on target.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Siakam outside. Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton for 3. Ingles with the rebound.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Pacers trail by 4. Here's Nembhard. Count it, good.
You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Here's B. He's covered by Halliburton. B the pass to Ingles. Here's B. Pass to Ingles. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. B hits the bucket. B's got 9 points.
Getting the ball to somebody ready to stroke it. Selfless play by Edwards there.
Pacers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Mathurin. And a wide open look for Siakam. No good on the three. Timberwolves on offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's B, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Nembhard. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Halliburton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive.
All right, MP, get back in there.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Toppin is out there with Jackson. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Indiana trailing here. McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Nesmith. Baseline jumper. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's B. He's covered by McConnell. 6 to shoot. Reed with a screen on McConnell. To the inside. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2-pointer considering how close this game is. Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Timberwolves are now on the same page. Karl Anthony Towns says it's good when you're able to sacrifice to see the results you wanted and share the success. We're all making this happen. This is a team coming together and saying we really want to do something special. Kevin, they're right on the road to doing that.
Yeah, well said, David. Karl Anthony Towns is very motivated. Definitely. He takes it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's B. Pacers with the rebound. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. McConnell kicks to Halliburton. From the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Reeves got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, number 27, Rudy Gobert.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's B. Pass to Ingles from downtown. Good on the triple.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pacers trail by 7. Nesmith with the ball. He has 5 to the middle. Here's McConnell. No good again that time. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Outside Jackson. McConnell passes to Jackson. Now, here is Halliburton. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
A nice shot by Neesmith.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Jackson against Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Stolen. Here's B, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Defensive foul.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Here's B. He's got 26. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You look at the Pacers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
And when I look at Indiana, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they couldn't be considered front runners for the title.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Here's B. Sinks the triple. B's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Halliburton. It's blocked.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Towns for 3. And it's Halliburton with the rebound. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Here's B. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's B. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's a 12-point Minnesota lead.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Mathurin against Ingles. They get a hand on it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's B. He's got 31 to the left wing. Pacers with the rebound. Nembhard the pass to Siakam. Shoots the 3. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Here's B. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Turner with a screen on Jones. And a wide open look for Halliburton. No good, unable to end this run.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Here's B. Turner covering.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Attention fans, now on the court is your Hype Squad. Get loud, let them hear it. The loudest section.
TJ McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. Daniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Joe Ingles. And the Pacers with possession here. They trail by 16. Pass to Nembhard. Indiana moving the ball around. Outside Mathurin. Clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Indiana needs to get a shot off. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
B hits the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, B in that last game against the Pelicans lit up the floor. He scored 53 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Another miss by Siakam.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and Mike Conley subbed in for Tyus Jones. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the left side wing. Here's B, and he has 42. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. But Timberwolves on top, up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're dominating this game like we dominate every other sports halftime show.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Ernie, shots fired.
Yeah, and I got his back. He's just telling it like it is. We are the GOATs.
We do have some chemistry, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Timberwolves.
We knew they wanted to track me, and man, they got it. What a pace they've set.
Very hard to beat them at their own game. They wear you out, and we've still got a whole other half to go. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Timberwolves leading by 16 on the court for Minnesota. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. Edwards is out there with B, and it's Ingles in at the small forward.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Pass to Halliburton. Back to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Here's B. He's covered by Halliburton. B can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 16. Two on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Edwards. And he makes good on the layup. Edwards got 5 now.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Here's Mathurin. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And Nembhard has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
B gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Mathurin. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Now, here's a look at the last few months of assist numbers for him.
The trend they've got to be pleased about is how many more assists he's been racking up. He's developed a pass-first mentality, and as well as he's been dishing it, that's a very good sign. All the guys around him are loving playing with him with the way things are going.
Turner with a screen for Siakam. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Siakam's got 4 this quarter.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Here's B. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Rebound, Minnesota. B's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And they recover it. The kick out to Towns. And he's good on the three ball. Towns has got 6 points.
It's a real challenge, a major challenge to face a big man who can shoot like Towns can. He stretches the floor as well as any big guy in the league.
Turner finds Mathurin. And the layup's good off the glass. Mathurin's got his second bucket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's B. Pass to Gobert. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Towns, the screen. B, the pass to Towns. Good work defensively by Turner.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Siakam's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Towns, a screen on Halliburton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job, earns himself a trip to the line.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from three over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's B. Hits it again. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. For the finish. Good. That's another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Home, MP?
Always, coach.
All right, get in there.
They've got Tyrese Halliburton. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. And it's McConnell in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Timberwolves leading by 23. Driving in, Shields, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's B, and good! There's another. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Halliburton. Down low. Miller against Toppin. Halliburton kicks to McConnell. Here's Jackson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. B's got 7 rebounds in the game. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And again, that's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Here's Toppin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Poked away. Here's B. And it's McConnell with the rebound. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Nembhard with it. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Timberwolves on defense. Here's McConnell. B pulls it in. B's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Reed with a screen on McConnell. Pulls it up. Reed gets the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Nembhard. Jackson, a screen on Ingles. Out to the right wing. Here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Reed. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's B. Over to the left wing. That's a 2 from Towns. Rebounded by Jackson.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Pass to McConnell. Yep, that one goes. McConnell's got his first bucket of the night.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Here's B. He's covered by McConnell. And here's Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drills it from outside.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Edwards against Halliburton. Pass to Toppin. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's B. He's covered by McConnell. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jackson against Ingles. Here's Nemhard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Isaiah Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And it's Benedict Mathurin in for T.J. McConnell. Here's B. And another one falls. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Nemhard. On the wing, Mathurin. Defended by Alexander Walker. Halliburton for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Washington Wizards.
And that game against Sacramento, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Siakam finds Nemhard. Left side, Turner. Inside. Here's Halliburton. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
A terrific effort from Halliburton so far offensively. He's not holding anything back on that end of the floor.
Here's B. Nemhard covering.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Here's Mathurin. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Halliburton, no good. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's B. He's covered by Halliburton.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since.
And another steal for him.
You have to be so careful around him. He relentlessly challenges ball handlers and jumps into the passing lane.
That's why he's now in a tie for 5th most steals in a season. His defense is something else.
And you can say many of the same things about the player he just matched in this category, Slick Watts, who back in '76 had 261 steals as well. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for B.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Siakam looking around. Turner with a screen on McDaniels. Siakam misses.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers.
Minnesota foul. Shield. 5th personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line.
The first one falls.
Tyrese Halliburton. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's B. He's covered by Halliburton. B gets the bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.